And welcome back on Take Action News with David Shuster. This is executive producer Daniel Marins in the host chair this hour. And we've been talking with Maysoon Zayid. Maysoon is a Palestinian-American activist, comic.
I'm not an activist. I'm not an activist.
Oh, I shouldn't say that. I
don't march. I don't sit outside. I don't do any of that. I'm just one of those people that, talks about equality and stuff, but I'm not an activist.
Well, all right. You may have a tighter definition of the term than I do, but that is absolutely fine, and you're entitled to that. Maysoon is a contributor to Newsweek Daily Beast and a comic. You should see her if you're in New York City area on June 9th at the comic strip on the Upper East Side. I'm familiar with the comic strip. It's a decent joint.
I'm going to be with Asif Manvi and Dean, so it's going to be fun.
Asif Manvi, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
Brown Comics, we hang together. It's like a cult. Yeah. So I have to throw back before we go on.
Sure,
we need the whole 2-hour special, you and I, after I learned about your 18th birthday and whatnot. But this thing about Stephen Hawking's popping out the chip because it's invented in Israel, and I traced it back because it became like this folklore. There's actually no proof that the chip that he uses was designed in Israel. And there's 17 different Intel factories that different pieces of stuff are developed at, and you can't actually trace it back to Israel. So that's a myth.
So not only was it insensitive, it is possibly inaccurate. I want to move to the issue of the Boxer Amendment, which is that. Okay, Senator, we can't hold her back. Maysoon is on fire about this, and that is that Senator Barbara Boxer from California has introduced Senate Bill 642, and that's a bill that would add Israel to the list of countries that have a visa waiver. In other words, that the people from Israel would be able to come to the United States and reciprocally. And this is where it gets tricky, Americans to come to Israel without a visa. Israel will be the 38th country. There are currently 37. But here's the thing. The normal language of these reciprocal visa agreements, the ones that currently exist for 37 countries, say that the government of X country has made every reasonable effort to ensure that reciprocal travel privileges are extended to all United States citizens. Now, that's the normal language. This bill, the Boxer Senate Bill 642, says that the government of Israel has made every reasonable effort, and then here's the addition, without jeopardizing the security of the state of Israel, to ensure that reciprocal travel privileges are extended to all United States citizens. Now, of course, it is superfluous because in many cases, every reasonable effort already would include outstanding security considerations that a country could make about preventing someone from entering. This seems to be what many critics are calling, Maysoon yourself included, an attempt to give Israel an out for denying travel privileges perhaps to activists that are critical of Israel and the Israeli occupation, and of course certainly many Palestinians or Palestinian Americans or Arab Americans who would be visiting family or doing work in Israel or the Palestinian territories. That is your take, am I correct?
Yeah, I think it's kind of the obvious take. I have it as Senate Bill 462, but anyway, it's,
I will double check that. Okay.
We'll figure it out and we'll tweet it because I'm a compulsive tweeter. But what's really interesting about this is the exception only applies to Israel. So that's your first red flag. Why are we giving them special treatment that we're not offering other countries? And two, why aren't we getting the right to deny their citizens too? You know what I mean? It's a one-way street, so we're giving them the right to, do what they need to do for security, whatever that may be. And we're not taking that same right back. So it's only for Israel. It's a one-way street. And the way that, undeniably people read it is the fact that Israel is known for denying entry to Palestinian Americans. People like me who were born in New Jersey hold no other allegiance, are harassed beyond recognition, and this would make it okay for them to do that, yet they would be able to come here willy-nilly. And some of the people that went up against me were like, Israel has every right to deny Muslims entering and make an exception because look at what happened with the Boston bombers. Well, America is allowing the 1 million Muslims living inside Israel to come here without a visa. So that argument doesn't work.